Okay, thank you. My dear Marc Donfrey, Director General of ICD, ladies and gentlemen, as Ambassador of the Gabonese Republic to the Federal Republic of Germany, I'm very honored to address to you some words. However, before starting with my key remarks, allow me to express my deepest gratitude to you, Marc Donfrey, Director General of ICD, the estimate organizer of this international event, because without your commitment, we would not have this wonderful platform of views and experiences. ICD has suggested various topics to be discussed about this year. The one on sustainable tourism particularly interested me for several reasons. 2015 indeed on the major issue of securing our living space by global environments. Policies that promote economic growth while preserving biodiversity, like our guest, I'm strongly convinced that monitored tourism can create health. I'm a native of a country which can rightly be described as one of the latest paradise on the earth, like you see on the pictures today. Indeed, Gabon, which is located in the Ogwe Basin, has the best preserved forest in Africa, covering 88% of its area. Together with the Congo Basin, it formed the world's second largest green lung of the world. Late President Omar Bongo Ondimba was aware of this God blessing. Therefore, as early as the year of 2002, he made available for the entire world 11% of Gabon territory in the form of 13 national parks. I had the opportunity to mention this for the first time during the ceremony that I organized here after presenting my credential letters to the Federal President Joachim Gauck on this room. This park provides protection for a mosaic of 6 ecosystems, namely forests, mangroves, savanna, wetland, island, and mountains. Protected wetland and wildlife reserve bring the total area protected to 21% of the territory. I think it's very important. It's for the preservation of the ecosystem. His successor, President Ali Bongo Ondimba, continues preserving nature and had made it a cornerstone of its economic development strategy, namely Green Gabon and Blue Gabon. This pillar refers to both the determination of Gabon to promote a new model of sustainable development that maintains the quality of the environment and the rich potential of production and processing offered by the renewable natural resources of Gabon. The double objective here is therefore to sustainably enhance the great Gabonese ecosystem through wood industry, agriculture, and fisheries, and sustain ecosystem services such as ecotourism. As I already mentioned, there are 13 national parks. For example, we have Luango Park, Pongara, Plateau Bateke, and the others, which have specific characteristics. For example, for Luango Park, it represents wild days, only a boat ride from Libreville the Gabonese capital. Pongara is where the equatorial African rainforest meets the Atlantic Ocean. It is a great stretch of pristine Atlantic beach, nearly 100 kilometers long. It is so remote that the only footprint in the sand beside one's own are those of elephants, hippos, crocodiles, buffaloes, or a great sea turtle that emerged from the water the night before to lay her eggs, as you see on the video. The first one is Plateau Bateke. National Park is a hug, undulating sea of grass deep in the equatorial rainforest. Its monumental landscape offers serenity, especially to urban tourists. However, I will particularly focus on tech tourism for ecotourism, as you use technology to develop tourism. That is employing new technologies for bringing wildlife beauty up close, normally accessible only to scientists. This vision has been fulfilled at Lope Park, as the most accessible major forest block in rainforest Africa and an established center for scientists. Research. Lope National Park could become renowned as Africa's innovator on tech tourism. The plan is to use high technology scientific devices to enable tourists to locate hidden animals and get closer to wildlife without disturbing them. The information technology used by scientists are accessible to visitors. And so camera traps used for research are also used for tourists for the possibility of placing infrared trap images on large screen for visitor group to look through at their hotel accommodation on small handheld devices in the field. By scrolling through images captured in preceding months through camera trap, visitors can better understand animal behavior patterns. Another possibility includes using radar-like technology is pirogues. For example, on the Ogwe, to locate giant fishes on the water, or a nighttime bat ballet watched with the handheld devices to identify species. Or finally, two vehicles might be outfitted with a laptop computer to locate great ball elephants on Lope in the forest and see where they have wandered during the last month. To be also mentioned is the experience with the mandrills, described by Darwin as the world's most spectacular mammals. The largest snow whale primate gathering is around 1,350 mandrills in one great foraging group. It's very important. Was identified in Lope in 1996. As a part of this research tourism, tourists can be part of the mandrill caravan. They have learned to despair in the presence of humans. This special effort, these charismatic animals are human. With special effort, these charismatic are acclimated to the presence of people in hidden observatories, not for researchers or photographers, but for tourists who pay to have the amazing privilege for being in the midst of horde of wild mandrills. Fabricated hidden observatories are shaped like the three stumps of rocks and are placed directly in the center of mangrove roots. Visitors can see and photograph the spectacular but she-wheeled primates without scaring with them. So tech tourists can also monitor mangroves activity from their hotel room on the computer. They can even investigate animal activity before or after their trip to Gabon by connecting to the internet from their place of residence in their country of origin. This, ladies and gentlemen, is ecotourism at a glance in Gabon. I have chosen to focus my remarks primarily on Lopé, not because it is one of Gabon's most famous parks, especially because it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 2007, and it is a world critical site for conservation. I have chosen Lopé Park because this new tourism concept was launched in Gabon. Furthermore, because we are in one of the greatest tech countries in the world, as we will experience at the ITB in these days. New technologies have a central place there this year. We will have confirmation that Germany is a leading country in the field in just a couple of days at Sebit in Hanover Fair. Through this new kind of tourist, we can see that highly innovative instruments not only bring humans closer to nature, but they can do some great jobs, especially for young people, and therefore encourage them to stay in their home community. Economic and social development is possible through ecotourism. Those potential is invaluable in Gabon. Gabon has got a unique biodiversity consisting of the world's largest population of forest elephants, with a population of 40 to 50,000, 15 to 20,000 gorilla, the world's largest nesting site of lead-break tortoise, 700 bird species, 2,000 plant species, and 1,000 tree species. About 15 of all plant species are endemic. Unique natural phenomena such as the continent-only beach combining elephants and gorilla is on Gabon. So also we can mention that Gabon is a unique archaeological heritage as well, containing the oldest pluricellular fossils dating back 2 billion years, and trace of human activities dating back 400,000 years. To end with, Gabon possesses 800 kilometers of almost virgin coastline on the Atlantic coast and is home to around 50 ethnic groups promoting a great and important cultural diversity. I would like to conclude by quoting our late president. He said, "Paradise does not exist on earth, and it is doing well in Gabon through the preservation supported by our national park system. We invite the world to share these natural treasures, keeping in mind the concept of sustainability. I invite you, ladies and gentlemen, organizers of the Berlin Economic Forum, to come to Gabon and live this new kind of sustainable tourism at Lopé and another park, which geographically belong to for the 9 provinces of Gabon. I invite you kindly to visit Gabon. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, thank you very much too for this wonderful presentation. I'm sure that now we really would like to visit your country and that we'll have chance soon to do it. Thank you very much. I'd like to invite you now for your questions and comment for His Excellency.
If you have some questions, I'm ready.
Yes, please. Here. Please, coming. We have song, you know. Yes.
Hi, my name's Naomi. I'm from the UK. Thank you very much for your talk. It was very interesting. I'd never actually heard the term technological tourism, so I was very interested by that. But I was wondering, by giving foreigners access to some of these wonders in Gabon, are you not kind of, I don't know, it's like it means that they can see it from their home? What would make them come to Gabon instead of just enjoying it from the comfort of their own home?
This way? Okay. Okay. So, of course, I've mentioned that. Okay, but thank you. I've already mentioned that we experience using technology to develop tourism. It's for our country a new approach to promote the ecotourism, but we can use the new technology to promote this sector of our economy. And the main objective is to protect animals. So now, with your computer, anywhere on the world, if you have the links to go to visit these animals, for example, we can do that. The first experience on the 13 packs is on Lopé. We'll send you, I don't have on me the links for that, but it is a new approach. It is possible. So the double objective is to be close the animal, for example, without touching them, but we are on this situation also at the position to have a revenue of this sector of economy.
A question coming.
Could you please... my name is Julie Duck. I'm a master's student at the ICD. And I just wanted to ask, how you mentioned that the tourism is more sustainable, but could you just elaborate more on how the tourism in Gabon is more sustainable?
Of course, now the tourism is not the main importance of our economy, but we, on our project of diversification of the economy, the tourism sector will be one of the way of the future of our economy. And we on the way for sustainable activity because it's not the traditional approach to go directly between on the sector, on the sides of animal, for example. But this approach is combined a double advantage that you can be here without being directly on the site. So it is important new approach for the governments, and we do that with the national park. We hope that tourism will grow on our revenue, on our activities of the government.
No questions and comments? Yes, coming. Ladies first, if you let me.
I'm Jagrati from India. I would like to ask you, using technological part of tourism and promoting Gabon that way, what is the revenue model for it? Like, how would you generate revenue from that?
We are on the beginning of this experience. We start. I don't have now the right statistic to say to you the exact revenue we have from this sector. As you know, Gabon is not a tourism, traditionally is not a tourism country. We have the specific now of our economy is Gabon is the whole production. But we want to go away, we want to go out of this prison of oil to promote the diversification on agriculture, on tourism, on the services, and another sectors. So we think that with the investment doing by the government, doing by the private sector on this area, we can grow the revenue of the budget of Gabon, providing with we are providing to this sector.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency, Ambassador of Gabon to Germany. My name is Lucio. I'm a master's student here at ICD. I would like to suggest, most of us young people know about the Gabon team. You have a very good soccer team. And don't you think maybe with using a player such as Abu Mayang or ambassadors in Gabon to promote your environment with football and sports, don't you think you can use that as a way of improving your ecotourism in Gabon? Maybe putting pictures of beautiful sceneries maybe in the stadiums, or showing the buffaloes and the gorillas. I think that would really benefit Gabon, because you have a very big platform in the sport arena, in the football.
Yeah. We have another ambassador here in Germany. It is Mr. Aubameyang, like you mentioned it, that we have a great football player in this country. We try to promote the potential you saw on the video. It is not easy, but we try with all supports to promote this potential. We have seen on the video a different biodiversity of Gabon, and we think that it will be interested by all tourists on the world. We try to promote this way, as Ali Bongo, the president, said on this strategy, is the pillar nomade Gabon vert, in English, green Gabon. We are also the potential of the ocean is blue Gabon. We think that with those opportunities, with with those potential, we can be one of leading country of tourism in the future.
Well, Your Excellency, on that occasion, we would like to again want to extend our sincere gratitude to you for having come and to give the keynote address, as well as for the questions and the discussion that followed. Let us please all join in expressing our sincere gratitude to His Excellency, Ambassador Jean-Marie Maguena.